Web for Pentester II, MongoDB injections. Even if MongoDB is a NoSQL database, it is still possible to write vulnerable code, and therefore this exercise features two NoSQL injections. Example 1. This example is the MongoDB version of the infamous single quote or 1 equals 1, and a comment at the end. If you remember what you saw previously, you know that you will need two things to bypass this login for: an always true condition and a way to correctly terminate the NoSQL query. First, by reading MongoDB documentation, you can find that the SQL or 1 equals 1 translates to these two characters, and 1 equals 1, not a double equal. Then by poking around, you can see that a null byte will prevent MongoDB from using the rest of the query. You can also use the comments to comment out the end of the query. So let's try this on the server. Example 1. Go ahead and put our payload in the username. The password really doesn't matter. And let's submit it. As you can see, success. Now let's check example 2. Example 2 says, in this example, we'll try to retrieve more information from the NoSQL database. Using a bit of guesswork of the previous knowledge of the application, we can deduce that there is probably a password field. We can play around to confirm that guess. So let's try this. I should get a result with this input. So if we paste it, you can see I get admin. But what happens if I try, instead of a dot and U, I get nothing? So I kinda get off the idea of how things gonna go. Now we have a way to perform a blind injection, since we have two states: no result when the regular expression doesn't match something, the false state, and one result when the regular expression matches something, the true state. Using this knowledge, we can script the exploitation to guess admin password. We will first ensure that matching is done correctly by using these two characters. The algorithm looks something like this. Now let's go to our script, and as you can see here, we'll first try all the possible values. Then we'll strip the special characters, just leaving the alphanumeric characters, stripping the dot too. We'll try to guess the first two values, and after that we'll try to guess the rest of the password. The script runs pretty quick, but let's try it. I will stop it as soon as I see that it's done. Okay, here it's done. Let me show you. Basically, here it started running. Here we find the first two values is AN, and then we'll try and find the rest of the values of the password: A, N, H, A, Z, B, A, until we find and has password. So here he's trying all the possible values left, and it's going to iterate over and over them again and again, because it's a cycle with a true statement. So what we can do is try to guess it or try all the possible combinations. It's not like there are a lot. So you can deduce that this will be an has password with AD at the end. So let's try it. And as you can see, we get a result.